Cloud bread is a type of bread that is made from just a few simple ingredients, including eggs, cream cheese, and cream of tartar. It gets its name from its light, airy texture, which is reminiscent of a cloud. Cloud bread is a low-carb and gluten-free alternative to traditional bread. It's versatile and can be used for sandwiches, burgers, or as a side dish. Secrets. One key to making successful cloud bread is to separate the egg whites and yolks carefully. Any yolk or fat in the egg whites can prevent them from whipping up properly. Adding a pinch of salt to the egg whites can help stabilize them and make them easier to whip. Some recipes call for the addition of sweeteners, such as honey or sugar, to give the bread a slightly sweet flavor. Health. Cloud bread is a great option for people who are watching their carb intake, as it contains very few carbs. It's also a good source of protein, thanks to the eggs and cream cheese. However, because it's made from high-fat ingredients, cloud bread can be relatively high in calories, so it's important to keep portion sizes in check. Recipes. Here's a basic recipe for cloud bread. 3 eggs, separated 3 tablespoons cream cheese, softened 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar optional, salt, sweetener, such as honey or sugar. Preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius. In a large bowl, beat the egg whites with the cream of tartar and a pinch of salt, if using, until stiff peaks form. In a separate bowl, beat the egg yolks with the cream cheese and sweetener, if using, until smooth. Gently fold the egg yolk mixture into the egg white mixture until fully combined. Spoon the mixture onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, forming 6 to 8 mounds. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes, or until the bread is golden brown and set. Allow the bread to cool before serving. Cloud bread is not only a fun and tasty bread alternative, but it also has some potential health benefits. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Low in carbohydrates, cloud bread is made with only a few simple ingredients, such as eggs and cream cheese, and contains little to no carbohydrates. This makes it a good option for people following low-carb or ketogenic diets. High in protein. Cloud bread is also high in protein, thanks to the egg whites. Protein is important for building and repairing muscle, as well as promoting satiety. Gluten-free. Cloud bread is naturally gluten-free, making it a good option for people with gluten sensitivities or celiac disease. Low in calories. Cloud bread is also relatively low in calories, with each piece containing around 25 to 50 calories, depending on the size. This makes it a good option for people looking to reduce their calorie intake. Overall, cloud bread can be a healthy and nutritious alternative to traditional bread, especially for people on low-carb or gluten-free diets. Just be sure to pair it with other nutrient-rich foods to ensure you are getting a balanced diet. Tips and tricks. Be gentle when folding the egg yolk mixture into the egg whites, as overmixing can deflate the mixture and ruin the texture of the bread. You can experiment with different flavors by adding herbs, spices, or cheese to the mixture. Cloud bread is best eaten fresh, but you can store leftovers in an airtight container in the fridge for a day or two. If you want to make larger or smaller cloud breads, you can adjust the size of the mounds you spoon onto the baking sheet. Just be aware that larger breads may take longer to cook and smaller breads may cook more quickly. You can also make different shapes of cloud bread by using a piping bag with a star tip or other decorative tip to pipe the mixture onto the baking sheet. For a more golden and crispy top, you can brush the cloud bread with a little bit of melted butter or egg wash before baking. If you don't have cream of tartar, you can substitute with white vinegar or lemon juice to help stabilize the egg whites. Overall, cloud bread is a fun and tasty alternative to traditional bread that can be enjoyed by people on low-carb or gluten-free diets, or by anyone who wants to try something new. With a little practice and experimentation, you can create your own delicious variations of this fluffy bread. Here are a few more tips and tricks to help you get the best results when making cloud bread. Use room temperature cream cheese. If your cream cheese is cold, it can be difficult to mix it with the egg yolks, resulting in lumps. Let the cream cheese sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes before you start making the bread. Be patient when whipping the egg whites. It can take a few minutes of beating the egg whites to achieve stiff peaks. Keep beating until the mixture is glossy and holds its shape when you lift the beaters out of the bowl. Don't over-bake the bread. Cloud bread should be lightly golden on top and slightly soft in the center. If you bake it for too long, it can become dry and rubbery. Experiment with different flavors. Once you've mastered the basic recipe, you can try adding different spices, herbs, or cheese to the bread to create new flavor combinations. Some popular additions include garlic powder, rosemary, cheddar cheese, or Parmesan cheese. Serve immediately. Cloud bread is best eaten fresh out of the oven. It can become soggy if you store it in the refrigerator, so it's best to bake only what you plan to eat right away. Overall, cloud bread is a fun and easy recipe to try if you're looking for a low-carb or gluten-free alternative to traditional bread. With a little creativity and experimentation, you can create your own delicious variations of this light and fluffy bread. If you're looking for ways to use cloud bread, here are a few ideas. Sandwiches. Use cloud bread as a substitute for regular bread to make a low-carb sandwich. Add your favorite fillings, such as turkey, ham, cheese, lettuce, and tomato. Burger buns. Use cloud bread as a bun for your burger for a low-carb alternative to traditional burger buns. French toast. Deep slices of cloud bread in a mixture of beaten eggs and milk, then fry them in a little butter until golden brown. Serve with butter and maple syrup for a delicious breakfast. Croutons. Cut cloud bread into small cubes, then toss them with olive oil and your favorite herbs and spices. Toast in the oven until crispy, then use them to top salads or soups. Pizza crust. Spread tomato sauce and cheese on top of cloud bread, then bake in the oven until the cheese is melted and bubbly. Add your favorite pizza toppings, such as pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and peppers. Remember, the possibilities are endless when it comes to using cloud bread. With its light and airy texture, it can be a versatile addition to your cooking repertoire.